it was almost as if police and state patrol materialized out of nowhere. And within, by the time we got anywhere near Boston, which was closer to 4 then, the police had shut down a 3-mile perimeter from incoming vehicle traffic. And so to get to my hotel, I was forced to continue on foot. And I was able to get all the way in to within a couple blocks of the finish area. But that area yesterday and still continuing today remains in complete lockdown. Not only can you not get in on a motor vehicle, you can't even get in on foot. They had to displace local residents, I guess, to the Park Plaza Hotel because they're just combing through that area to find every shred of evidence they can to, try and, find out who the culprit was and why this has happened. It was eerie to travel through that area yesterday. I mean, it almost felt apocalyptic because I was going down streets that normally would be flooded with people on a beautiful day like this, and it was just barren. It was like walking through a ghost town. There was hardly anybody out other than, runners wandering aimlessly, trying to find their way back desperately to their hotels and their loved ones. And then, finally I got back to the hotel and started catching up on the news reports. But it was just a weird, quiet, somber environment in Boston. Everything was shut down. All the stores were shut down. Everything was closed in that immediate, 1-mile radius around the explosions. I think on the organizational side of the fence, I can tell you it is going to put a lot of expectations and raise a lot of questions about security measures being taken. In my opinion, having worked there, Boston, the BAA does everything it can. They did everything they could within the reasonable means to make the venue safe. The people on those grandstands had all had their bags checked. They do everything they can, but you can't control everything. The outer perimeter open to the public, free-flowing sidewalks. And then there's, of course, all the mileage between the start line and the finish line. And I said, I'm sure there's going to be heightened security at the start lines and the finish line of all events, particularly the national events, because if this is a terrorist act, clearly people that would perpetrate such an act want to bring as much attention to themselves and what they did as they can. So I'm sure it's going to elevate the security expectations at the start and finish. The hard thing is in between. We're not like a sport where you've got an arena or a stadium.
Right.
So how can you enhance security for a venue that's 50 feet wide by 26.2 miles long?